welcome to our luxurious living room. This client wanted a colorful living room while still keeping it very clutter-free because of their little toddler. They insisted no table lamps, no floor lamps. This is the first time a client has ever had to push us to take that drastic measure because of little children. Anyway, for me, I love the fact that they're not letting the kid restrict them from having a very beautiful home, but at the same time, they want to create a very functional space where they do not also have to restrict the child from enjoying his home. So we had to find a balance. Now that inspired the style for this room. When we style a home, we want to depict your personality. We want to be able to create a functional space for you. So if this is the type of videos you like, and if you know you're going to watch this video beyond here, please smash that like button and subscribe, and let's enjoy this review. And even if you're not watching beyond here, please hit and go, but please watch to the end. Another brief they had for this living room is that they want a very comfortable sofa. Now, this is a small living room, but they were still not willing to compromise. So they wanted something that they could comfortably sit inside in terms of depth. And you know that the more the depth, the more it takes up space in any space at all. They were open to compromising in a way. They had a sofa they already booked when they came to us. They had not bought it yet. So when we saw it, we saw the measurement, we had to cancel. So we came up with this particular sofa. This one has a depth of over 101 cm. So you can imagine how deep it is. So because of the depth and because of the size of the sofa, we had to go with two-seater sofa. There is no three-seater inside here, which they're very fine with, because I had to compromise having a three-seater over the depth of the sofa, how comfortable it feels. So that's fine. And this is a very luxurious sofa. I love that it has, legs underneath, because that way it raises it up a little bit from the ground. We had to do some electrical wiring to accommodate all our lighting, and we had to repaint this living room, the same paint we have in the entryway, because we want it to feel flowy. We accessorized the chairs with all these gorgeous cushions with patterns, a touch of camel. There is no orange here, so the camera might be telling you orange, but trust me, it's not orange, it is camel. Repeat after me, camel. So we had to blend the camel with a touch of blue here and there. That's what you're going to be seeing in this living room. Because they want to keep it clutter-free, we used up the vertical spaces and we went very bold with our pieces. Starting with this large mirror you have here, it's such a statement mirror that we had to source it for this client. So this particular mirror has my heart. It's such a large piece, and the moment you walk into the living room, it makes a whole lot of statements. Like, he just says, look, you're about to get wowed. Do you understand? And again, in a bit to keep it clutter-free, we went with this type of TV media wall. We had to give them a console running from wall to wall. And then we went with this panel behind it. I don't know what color you're seeing there, but there are two different colors. So the wall paint has its color here, and this is more like a greyish color. I mean, the TV panel is more of a greyish color. And then we introduced LED lighting around and underneath the cabinet. So there's a lot of storage for them. And then we had to introduce this wall light on both sides. There is no table lamp. What do you expect me to do? So we have this wall light with this antique gold on the wall with the cream shade just on top of it. We also introduced this textured rug in this space. I have a special love for this particular rug. I love the feel. I love how it has grounded the space, thereby even adding a little bit of texture and pattern at the same time. So because we kept the little child in mind, like I said, they're very particular about what we introduced because of their son. We introduced this type of coffee table. It's such an irregular coffee table, but we went with black because we wanted to add that richness to the space. So this is what we have here. Of course, we couldn't have done glass, and we couldn't have done anything that has sharp edges. And we also made sure we styled it in a very simple way to reflect the style for the living room. Now, we just had to go with books and this little storage box which I just had to drop their car key in there. I don't know if it's a car key, but there is a key there. And then we have candle and this little vase. That's literally what we've done. So they can drop their remote on top. Now, this is their album. This is their family album. So we just had to use it to layer the books. So that way the album is accessible to them. So that adds personality to the space. On this side, we also have the same two-seater, as you can see, and we have accessorized with the same pillows we have over there. Now, this is what we did in place of the table lamps. Because the client does not want table lamps or floor lamps, we have these ceiling lights wired by the two sides of the side tables, right? That way, everybody's happy, because I don't understand how we're not supposed to have lighting there. So this has actually added a different style to the living room and at the same time providing ambient lighting to the space. Now, we went with this very large framed artwork. Man, this artwork was imported for this client. Again, she likes the idea of burst of colors because there was a project of ours she pointed at, and that just told me the kind of person she is. So if you look at this artwork, this is one of the largest artwork we've had to work with, and it has a burst of colors, the touch of blue, the touch of camel, the touch of browns, you know, all sorts of colors in it. It's so beautiful and it's framed in black. I just love how it highlights the space. Not doing too much, but very bold. We introduced the black side tables to add richness to the space. It's a very simple side table, but it's kind of wide a little bit. And we have accessorized with books and vase and diffuser. Now we have this light. This light was originally for the guest room, but she loved this. In fact, she said this is her favorite light amongst all our lighting because they were still in this property when we installed the light. So she loved this one and she was like, can we swap? So we had to swap that into the space. So I love how it is because I told her I didn't want a gold chandelier in here. So this was the only one we could swap with and it looks so stunning. It has an irregular shape as well and it's so beautiful. Over here we have these accent chairs. When we came to view this property, the client already paid for a blue accent chair or thereabout, and I immediately said, you know what, cancel it, because see, once we have that freedom of creativity, we want to be able to introduce statement pieces into your house. Now, because that chair was just too basic, we knew that we could do better. So that's why we canceled that and we introduced this very beautiful accent chairs. This is also the camel. This is a camel color, caramel. I feel like calling it caramel. I feel like calling it camel. Anyway, so I love how it makes a whole lot of statements when you're coming into the living room. The curves around it is so beautiful. Such a statement accent chair. We introduced this patterned cushion with some fringes to add texture to the accent chairs because accent chair is such a smooth chair. And then we demarcated it with this side table. This is a sofa table. Usually I would have a sofa table there, but I felt since we're keeping it clutter-free, we want free movement here. So that's why we put it here with this little vase. Here we have the curtains, the same curtain we have in the patio door we introduced to this space, and it opens up the window. It's such a large window, so it just opens it up. I don't know, for some reason, I just enjoy having the curtain this way, but they can always drop it down whenever they feel like, and it's blackout. So just on top of the windowsill, we have this beautiful art piece. What do you call it? Okay, sculpture. Yeah, we have this beautiful sculpture. It's so large. It's so beautiful. It's just beautiful. I mean, when you sight it from outside and sight that mirror, it's breathtaking. So this is what we have done with this living room. We have styled it very simply. We have also used statement pieces to highlight the living room. We have kept it clutter-free, I hope. We've kept it clutter-free for them. We made it feel like home. This is what we're all about. We don't want to create a house that just feels like a show home. We want it to feel livable. So that's what we have done here. I really believe that they're going to love it. Anyway, if you have any projects in mind, don't forget to use our email address that's going to be in the description box, and follow us on all our socials. so you can see all the before and the after and the still photos. And please share to a friend who has a friend who has a friend who has a friend. Help our ministry so that you encourage us to be doing these reviews. I've absolutely enjoyed, creating this home for this beautiful young family. Please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in a new project. Stay fabulous. Bye.
I try to figure out who I am. Not sure what I'm doing here, and the days don't work out the way I thought they would. And before you there was no one who understood. Never found somewhere I fit in. Until I met you I was feeling lost, but you're the one who can make it go away. All you have to do is look at me. Sometimes I can't breathe, but it feels like you're the one who saves me. When I try but don't succeed, yeah, it feels like you're the one who saves me, the one who saves me.
I'm trying my best to hold on. It's not easy, but I'm feeling stronger with you. And the days don't work out the way I thought they would. And before you there was no